Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now let's compare these decimal numbers. Clearly it is 0.3 and 0.4. So comparing the tens places, 0.4 is the bigger one. Moving ahead, it is 0.07 and 0.02. Clearly, we are comparing the numbers sitting at the hundreds place, and 0.07 is the bigger number. The next one is 3 and the other number is 0.8. If we want, we can write 3 as 3.0. So now, clearly here, the whole number that we have is 3, and in 0.8, the whole number is a 0. So 3 is bigger. Clear? Now, here, it is 0.5. And here we have got 0.05. If we want, we can put a 0 after 5 as well. But that won't make any difference, right? Comparing the numbers, the whole numbers are the same. Then we have got here as the tens place, we have got the number 5. And here at the tens place, we have got the number 0. So we don't even have to look further. Clearly, 0.5 is the bigger number. Moving ahead, 1.23. Or 1.2, we can make it 1.20. Which one is bigger? Clearly 1.23 is bigger, as we are comparing the hundreds place, that 3 is bigger than 0. The next number 0.099, and here we have got 0.19. Okay, so now let's compare the two numbers. Comparing the whole numbers, both are same, both places we have got a 0. Comparing the numbers sitting at the tens place. So here we have got a 0 and here we have got a 1. Which number is bigger? 1 is bigger than 0. So clearly 0.19 is the greater decimal number out of these two numbers. Now moving ahead with some more questions. These are really simple questions. Just be little careful and the answer is absolutely right of yours. Now here we have got 1.5 and here we have got 1.50. Now, what do you see? If we want, we can make this as 1.50 as well. Okay, so clearly both the numbers are equal. We don't have any number which is greater than the other one. Okay, so here the two numbers, they are totally equal, and as I told you, you can put the 0 after the decimal number, right? It won't change your number still. The next one is 1.431 and the other one is 1.490. So comparing the numbers, the wholes are equal, the tens are equal, the hundreds place, here we have a 3, here we have a 9. So which number is bigger? 1.490 is bigger. So make sure that you will never make the mistake that here we read this as 431 and here we read this as 490. Don't do this. Keep on comparing the tens with the tens, hundreds with the hundreds, thousands with the thousands. Okay, that's very important. Just compare the numbers depending upon their place value. Okay, now the next one is 3.3. And here we have got 3.300. So as I said, don't read the numbers after the decimals as 3 and 300. No, don't do that. What you'll do, instead, you'll compare the numbers depending upon the place values, right? So how we can do this? Clearly, as we discussed, that if we want, we can make the decimals as like decimals by putting the same number of zeros for both the places, like both the numbers should compare if we want the same number of decimals, the numbers after the decimals. So we have placed two zeros after the 3 in the first number. Now clearly the two numbers are equal. Moving to the next one, here it is 5.64 and this is 5.603. Again, as I said, you cannot read this as 64 and this as 603. No, it will lead to a wrong answer. You should never read these numbers as the whole numbers. Numbers after the decimal number are read as the number individually. So it is 5.64. It is 5.603. Let us compare these numbers depending upon their place values. So 5 is the same. 6 is the same. Comparing the tenths part. So here it's a 4 and here it's a 0. Clearly this number is bigger. And if you want, you can either check further by putting a 0 here. So here it's a 0, here it's a 3. Well, that doesn't matter. We just check till the point we get a bigger number. Okay. Now, let us do this question. It says that make 5 more examples and find the greater number from them. So, let us write some numbers, say 0.9999, okay, and we are comparing it with or let's say instead 1.0000. So, now which number do you think is bigger? Clearly, starting with the whole numbers. In the first one, we see the whole number is a 0 and here the whole number is a 1. So, which number is bigger? This one is bigger than 0.9999. Okay. Now, let's do this one. It is 0.0001 and here the number is 0.3. Okay. Which one is bigger? Here, we'll compare the numbers from the whole numbers. They are same. The number at the tens. 3 is bigger, so definitely this is the bigger number. Clear? Now 987.0003 and comparing this with 1000. Which number is bigger? Clearly the whole number 1000 is bigger, so we put this sign, and if you want you can put the zeros after the decimal point in order you want to be more careful with your comparison. So it's correct either ways, but make sure that you just compare the whole numbers first, then you move after the decimal point. Okay, so let's make another number, say 32.775, and here I have 32.776. So let us compare. So clearly the wholes are same, tens are same, hundreds are same. The number sitting at the thousands, we see here it is a 6 and here it's a 5. So this number is bigger. Okay. Now let's again do one thing. 1.45 and here I have say 1.40. So now comparing the wholes, they are same. Comparing the tens, they are same. Comparing the hundreds, 5 is bigger. Right? So crocodile opens his greedy mouth over this number 1.45. Clear?